fantastic. All right. So we're going to go over the M2 software tonight. And as we go over the M2 software tonight, I'm going to break it down on the M2 Phenom software. It doesn't matter if you have M2 Phenom, M2 GOAT, M2 FICO Forge, M2 Band Clan, don't matter which one you have. It's all the same software. It's just different colors, guys. I'm going to give you some cheat sheets. I'm going to give you some things to work with to get to the end. And then on top of that, I'm also going to give you the YouTube channel, which we are currently live on right at this moment, that is going over the software. So you'll have access to the recording right as soon as we get done with this immediately. Ask questions, but just ask questions on the sheet, on the pages that we're on if you're confused where we're at. If you're not confused where we're at and you just want to ask a question, save it until I get to the end of the class when we have the Q&A section. Q&A section is the best way to, go through so the whole class is paying attention. At the end of class, please, somebody remind Ray to drop the link for the YouTube channel so you guys all have it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But at the end of the day, we're going to get this rocking and rolling right now. Whoever showed up has shown up. It's 3 minutes after. And I'll give you a little bit about me. I'm Ali Badi. I am the PAMS provider for the software. I'm the one who does the printing and mailing for the software. So if you ever needed to send it out, you could send it out through me. I will, whatchamacallit, I will handle it. I will invoice you. If it's affordable, we'll pay it. We'll get it rocking and rolling, get it out as quickly as possible. If it's not, we'll try to work with you on a simpler product so we can get you guys and earn your business. In this class, the way that I go through this class, everything is about you. It is not about me. Why do I say that? I do not work for the software company. I own the printing company. So when I say that is, I'm going to make sure that when I tell you something, I'm going to pick the best stuff for you. Now, also, that being said, do what's right for your own pocket. People are not in your bank account. They don't understand your financial place. They don't know where you're at. So I may say something to you and it may not be where you are financially, and that's okay. Just at the end of the day, I'm going to give you two options, one for the people that are financially challenged and one for the craziness. Pick which one works for you. They still work. It just takes time. And that's it. Are we all good? Everybody understand? Put a 2 in the chat if we all understand. Get rocking and rolling. Thank you, Miss Lynch. You don't have to put a 2 in the chat. I saw that thumbs up. Awesome. All right. So I know everybody can see my screen. I got a bunch of ones on the screen. So let's do this right now. So we are at the beginning of this thing. So at this point, I saw a couple of new people come in just before I get it. Are you guys new and have you registered for the credit repair software yet? Before I roll. Dre, I know you have. Travis Sims, I know you have. Miss Williams, are you registered for the software? You look new to me, or at least a new picture. What happened? Yes, no? I didn't hear. Now I can, yes. Fantastic. Who did you come from? Schmitty, Dion, Darius, who? Okay. Ray, drop Schmitty's link again. It's going to be inside of the chat. Register inside the software. Do not pay for anything. Just register. It's free to register. Perfect. Ray, did you drop? Ray, drop the link for the software, please, for Schmitty's. And then we get rocking and rolling. Okay, I'm going to give her 30 seconds. I'll take one more question while we get the 30 seconds. Miss Williams, as soon as you're done registering, put a ready in the chat or just come off mute and say I'm good to go. Everybody else quiet. Q, no questions? Or you saving them for after? Q's quiet. Tracy, Miss Allen, I went on that link that you sent me yesterday. I was like, I got questions. Brenda, it's good to see you. Farley, is good to see you as well. Joanne, how are you? Good. Feeling better? Good. Thank God. Thank God. That's good news. Uh, Dre, good to see you. Miss Sims, good to see you. Okay, we just waiting on Miss Williams. Not one question. Everybody's quiet. There we go. Miss Williams ready to go. Perfect. All right. So now everybody can see my screen. So everybody is registered. They're in the software. We're ready to rock and roll. So on their screen, this is the dashboard. This is where you're just going to get a basic welcome video. And you have this information over here. I consider this the most important information in the software because this tells you about your system, your name, your email address, which is also your username, and then your general attacks. Now, what is a general attack? A general attack is a credit to pay the AI to generate letters for you. So how do I like to break this down for everybody in here is think of an arcade back in the day when you got tokens. All those tokens are the same thing. So we pop a token in the machine, you were able to play the game. This is the same thing. Same mindset over here is put a token in the machine, you're able to play the game. And if you don't put a token in the machine, you're not able to play the game. So when you buy it, you buy a GA or a token or a credit or whatever you want to call it, general attack, whatever terminology you would like to use, that's what it is. So system I have 883 tokens or GAs, and I'm able to generate technically 883 files. So what does that mean? I can come in and for a client, that one file, for 1 month, I can generate for one token everything on the file. So what does that look like? We break it down in numbers. If I have 100 negative items on that file, this software can generate 300 pages, 300 letters, and 3,000 pages. Now I'm gonna break it down even easier. If I have 10 negative items, the software can generate 30 letters and 300 pages. And it goes up with the way the software works. It's unlimited. So it'll generate an unlimited amount of stuff for whatever you need it to do. Okay? So if you need an unlimited amount of letters, it will generate an unlimited amount of letters. If you need, if you want to pinpoint it, and I'm going to show you how to pinpoint it tonight, it will generate only the negative items that you need, but it will generate whatever you need, however you need it. Does that make sense to everybody that's in here? Got you, Miss Lynch. Thank you, Miss Lynch, for having your camera on. It helps a lot. Good. All right, let's roll. If you got any questions, here's the free community. It's the Facebook community. You could join it. It's 19,836 members. You have any software technical issues, you click here. It's going to bring you to the technical side over here under communication portal. You click add a ticket and it'll add a ticket inside the system. And somebody will respond to you in 24 to 48 hours. And then if you want a live walkthrough, which is what we're on right now, Monday and Wednesday. Mr. Bora teaches Monday. I teach Wednesday. You have Tuesday and Thursday. I teach Tuesday. Mr. Bora teaches Thursday. That's at 6 p.m. EST. Monday and Wednesday is at 8 p.m. And Saturdays at 11 a.m. EST. And those are the walkthroughs. Does anybody have any questions on the dashboard? Put a no in the chat if you don't got any questions on the dashboard. Let's keep it easy. So let me see how many no's we got. If we got 4 or 5 no's, I'm bouncing. If you do, put a yes. And then come off mute. Damn, man, we a quiet bunch. Right, I just made you co-host. There we go. All right, cool. I'm going to skip over to get started videos because here's the reason. I'm going to give you the YouTube channel. When you get the YouTube channel, it's going to have all the videos and all the class recordings up to date. And because they're having that all up to date, some of these videos are a little older in the sense they're a little, they haven't been updated yet. So it's just going to throw you off. Here we go. Let's go to pricing. Okay. Everybody always wants to know how much it costs. I don't show people the software that come back to the cost. I show you the cost so you can see what it does and understand why it costs what it costs. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not buy the iron package. Like I said, I do not work for the software company. I work for you. So why would I tell you not to buy the iron package? Here's the reason why. One token, GA, any derivative of what you want to call the credit, okay, costs $40. The iron package has it at $97 for one. That's your subscription. The normal person, regardless if you're sitting in this class or not, will make 2 to 3 errors inside of the software sending out their first round. So if we make 2 errors, that's 97 plus 40, that's $137. That's $10 more. If you make 3 errors, that's $177 because there's another 40 on top. Now, this package for 3 tokens cost more money than a package that has 4 tokens. So how much does this cost for 4 tokens? For 4 tokens, this same exact package, for starting at the bronze package, costs $217. So ladies and gentlemen, if it costs $217, realistically, the bronze package is always a better one to start with. Now watch this. You can downgrade after 2 months. Build up a couple of GAs, understand how to utilize the system, and then downgrade because now you have the tokens in the bank. The bank rolls over every single month, so you don't lose your tokens as long as you keep your subscription active, right? You're able to utilize them, but you never lose them. Make sense? So for everybody, that's what I'm saying. So if anybody is doing this for themselves, I had 2 people come in here that knew, start with the bronze package. I got me and my cousin. Bronze package is still okay. I got me, my sister, and my cousin. Move up to the silver package. I got me, my sister, my cousin, my brother, and my uncle. Move up to the gold package. Because I like to always say, take the number that's here. It's not 17 people, guys. It's half. So this is 4 people. This is 2 people. That's the maximum that it does. Why? Because I give about 2 GAs to each person because people mess up, especially if you're in a rush. I've been doing this for 3 years. I've been in credit repair for 15 years. And trust me, I see it all the time. People mess up all the time. So just to give you guys that idea, it just happens. It just happens. And it's okay. All right. Any questions on the pricing section or one pricing program we should pick? If not, put a no in the chat. Let's roll. I'm making it difficult for you guys tonight. I'm going to have you write. Y'all don't want to talk to me? I'm going to have you write to me. All right, perfect. Let's roll. Okay. Let's go over here. We did pricing, get credit report. So the best credit report the software likes to use is My Free Score Now. Come over here, utilize the My Free Score Now report. And you get it inside the software under Get Credit Report, My Free Score Now. You sign up over here, and it'll give you that access to that report. Very simple, very easy. Okay? Now, who is not focused right now? Who doesn't have a pen and pad? Who doesn't have anything to write with right now? Put a me in the chat. I'm not scolding you. What I'm saying is if you don't have it and you need to get it or you're not driving, okay? Whatchamacallit? I want to know. I would rather know, so I'll make sure that if you have the questions, I can go over it multiple times because you're distracted otherwise. Otherwise, if you don't and you want to get a pen and a pad, put me I'm literally going to sit down over here, wait for you a couple of seconds to go grab a pen and a pad, because this is the most important part of the software. Say, besides the top piece, this is actually setting up everything to get ready to attack your letters. So who needs a couple of seconds to get a pen and a pad if they don't have it already? Ain't nobody going to write me. Everybody going to run and go get it. I see you, Ms. Lynch. I see you. Everybody's ready to go. Everybody got a pen and a pad. All right, let's go. All right, Ms. Brenda, good job. All right, let's go. So when we come to here, you can click Manage All Users. You can click Manage Profiles. When you click Manage All Users, Manage Profiles, you're going to click Add a Profile, because we're getting started. We're brand new, so we don't have anything set up. Okay, here we go. When I do this, I'm going to break this down. I'm actually going to fill it out for you. Ready? John Joe Smith Jr. Do you need to put your middle name and your suffix? Absolutely. I wrote it on the screen. We don't want to waste time over here. We want to do the right stuff from the beginning. Put your address, date of birth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these 3 boxes are filled out with a passport. Ali, I don't have a passport. Okay, that's not a problem. If you don't have a passport, you fill it out with your driver's license, or your ID. Federal ID is federal state ID. Either of them works. Okay. Why do I like the passport? Because the passport doesn't have an address on it. If I were to ask right now, how many people in this room right now don't have an ID that matches their current address? I'm gonna raise my hand. Put me in the chat. My ID don't match my address. I don't care. I'm the one teaching the damn class, and I'll tell you the damn truth. No me's. Nobody want to write me? Everybody's matches? Perfect. I got me, Ms. Lynch. I got Ms. Orange. Okay, so we not matching. Okay, we got 3 of us that don't match. Well, we want to use our passport if we have it, because on our passport it doesn't show, right? It doesn't show where our previous address was. It just shows that that's who we are. This is our name, our first name, middle name, last name, suffix, and date of birth. That's it. Move on. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I'm going to take that document, right? Follow this, guys. You're going to do this every time. I'm going to take that document. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to pick up the Social Security document, and we utilize that. Ladies and gentlemen, if they don't have a Social Security card, go get them a Social Security card. It's simple as that. Ray, you got the link. Drop the link for them on the Social Security card. There it is. Boom. Go get them a replacement. Takes 3 weeks. I think the quickest we got one is in 2 weeks, but it takes 3 to 6 weeks, depending on where you're at, right? Go get the Social Security card. There's no reason you shouldn't have one. And there's no reason they shouldn't have one, either or. So always telling everybody that, well, they're not going to have it now. Should I not continue their round until they have that? No, get a W-2 or a tax statement, the first page of the tax statement, and get started. But we don't want to start with bad habits. If the perfect setup is passport, Social Security card, and then the proof of address, which I'll get to in a second, we want to make sure that we have the perfect one every single time. Now, it's not going to always happen. We have it in the back of our head, what the perfect one is, and we try to get to that as many times as we possibly can. So now I'm going to fill in a phone number. This is more just for the system. You keep it in there. It's usually your phone number. If it's your clients, you would put your clients. Now, ready? This is the tricky part with this, and it's not tricky. It's just explaining it more in depth. 8 North West. Sorry, guys. Long night last night. 12th Street. And I spell everything out. Apartment 14C, North East Tower. You see that? You see how that works? I wrote and spelled everything out. I spelled street out. I spelled northwest out. I spelled northeast out. I spelled tower. The only thing I didn't spell out was apartment. But at the end of the day, I want you guys, whatever your document says, and what document this is going to be, this document is going to be your bank statement. First page of bank statement. Ali, they don't have a first page of bank statement. Ali, I don't have a first page of bank statement. Ray, drop the 2 links to the banks that they can get. I just put 2 banks in there that are called fintech banks. Put $10 in the account. Don't put any extra money. Show a positive account and get that. $10. That's all you need. You don't need any more money in there. All you need is $10 in the account to show that you received mail at that address, and you can utilize that because they want a bank statement. When I give you guys stuff over here, I'm giving you the easiest and best way to do it so that you can go out and never fail. If you're doing it and you go and you do it the best way, only thing that can stop you is the Bureau itself. But you've done everything correct, so they're going to look at it and keep going. Now, the city and the state is going to be on top of that bank statement, and you want to follow what's on that bank statement. Did I spell it right? Yes, I did. And then zip code. Guys, this is a perfect file. This is what a perfect file looks like. This is how you set up a perfect file. I have my bank statement, I have everything, and this is what it looks like. So now, watch this. After we get over this part, we fill out everything. You're going to fill out the email address. I'm not going to put a fake email address because it doesn't allow me to save it. But you put out an email address and then skip over all this other stuff. You don't need to fill out all this other data. Reason being is if you fill out this data, right, and the email address, right, the email address is taken by somebody in the software, you're going to stop. And all this stuff is going to revert back to empty. So now you clicked all that stuff and it's not saving. So now you got to figure out how to get another email address, all that stuff. So it becomes a pain in the butt. So what I want you to do is just hit save. Why? Because when you hit save, your file is going to be prepared. So now it's saved all the data up here, as you can see. All that data saved. And because all that data saved, right? We come over here, we look at that, we scroll down, and here's our documents. Now, how do we add that document? Come over here to click choose a file, and then look for the document, click on the document, and upload it. Do the same thing for Social Security. Here's the Social Security. And then to choose the proof of address, which is the bank statement. I'm just going to choose the utility bill that we have here. Boom, and I'm done. That's it. That's it, guys. It's done. It's done. We did it. And then we hit save. So now it looks like this. So if I hit save, it's going to go back to the screen. I come back and I click it, and now it's uploaded all the documents. That's it. Now, I am going to pause before I update the credit report and I go through this. Does anybody have any questions? Y'all been too quiet for me. I feel like I'm moving too fast. Yeah, girl, come off mute. Talk to me. So realistically, yes, you want to keep the information as up to date as possible because let's be real, a person who is doing their own disputes is going to have access to their own bank statements. Make sense? So the way to tell that a person is not a credit repair organization is by updating that. Now, will that slow you down a little bit if you don't do that? Yeah, it might slow you down a little bit, but it isn't going to stop the process. So don't think that you need, if the client's not If the client is not receptive towards giving it to you and they're going to give you just one, work with the one for at least 3 months, and then you go from there. Make sense? Good question. Very, very good question. Any other questions that we have in here? Guys, I'm not that good of a teacher. I know I'm not that good of a teacher. I know I'm good, but I ain't that good. Joanne, don't blow my ego up. We good? Really? Okay. All right, let's keep it rolling. Okay. All right. So once this is done, I'm going to remove this over here. I'm going to show you guys how to get that credit report. Okay. So if you're using my free score now, I have a client's over here. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get rid of this. Ray, do we have this? Do you have this on Slack for me? Send it to me, please, Habibi. Okay. All right, watch this. I'm gonna delete this client. I just want to make sure I'm gonna copy this email address. I'm gonna put this email address, put those two together. So when I ask you for it, we have it together. Okay. All right, cool. So now watch. You send that to me on the back end. I'm gonna show you guys what we're talking about. So once you get a token right over here, you can't reset it. So what happens is if somebody's utilizing it with the person that gave me access to this credit score, is utilizing that account, I don't want to mess her account up. So let me show you guys how this works. Where is my free score now? Really? My free score right now. Okay, let me log in. Okay, so all right, so now I'm logged in. When I log in, I'll come over here to this little person. It's a profile picture. When you click the profile, you're gonna click my profile. When I click my profile, right, I have this generate client token right here at the bottom, secure access control. And I want to generate a client token. Since this person already has a token, which Ray has given to me, I don't have to generate it because I'm going to mess up their client token. But I'm going to show you how it works in the system. So here's how it works. I'll come over here. I'm going to click add monitoring company. The username is the email address. So I copied the email address before. I'm just going to paste it. Okay, perfect. Then that token's right here. That token is right here. Click generate and copy. Once you click copy, I want you to put that in. And you come over here. Now, I have my email address and I have my token. Does anybody not understand that? Is anybody lost at what I did? Again, closed mouths don't get fed. Everybody is good. Okay. I hit save. Once I hit save, now it pulls the credit report from the credit report monitoring site, and it's done. Boom. Now I pulled that there and then put the credit report down here. So not only do we have the whole setup of the file, everything's perfect. We have all the information filled out in its entirety. We have all our documents uploaded that they look exemplary. They're not, there's no coffee stains, there's no garbage on them. I don't see fingernails, jeans, comforters, any of that stuff. I don't see tabletops, I don't see countertops, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything that's bad on this that can cause the system to say that it can't be legible. Everything looks good. I have my bank statement, social security card, and my passport. We're ready to rock and roll. After that is done, guys, I click save, and it brings me to this screen, and now I'm ready to do my credit report. Is everybody good? Does anybody have any questions right now? None. Okay, let's go. I'm going to go to the send rounds of attack. When I go to the send rounds of attack, if you've already created an attack, it's going to be over here. If you haven't created an attack, just click go to the attack area. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you this software can generate a crazy amount of letters, here we go. 204 letters, 117 letters, 324 letters, 217, 199. Just giving everybody the heads up that it could generate an absurd amount of letters. So if you don't know what you're doing, trust me, it will make you pay. So let's rock. I'm going to select that client that we just built. Miss Samples is what we built. Technically, the other guy, tech client, but Miss Samples is the one that has the negative report. Now, there's two things. There's people that don't want to learn how to do this. And what I mean by people that don't want to learn how to do this, I'm paying for the AI. I want the AI to do it. I just want to pay to print, and that's it. I don't want to know anything else. If you want to do that, you click maximum effective, maximum effective focused. If you want me to print for you, come over here, fill out your data, TPMPA, write this in, TPMPA, and that is your discount code for showing up to this class. You come in, do that, and you're done. Now, this data over here is yours. Oh, I'm doing it for a client. Do not put your client's data inside. I don't want to talk to your client. That's your client. It's not my client. Okay? I want to talk to you because guess what? If you make an error in this software, do you want me sending that to your client or you want me sending that to you? I want you sending it to me. I don't want to send it to the client because then the client's going to come back to you and it's going to say, hey, look, so-and-so messaged me and said that there was an error on this. Like, you sure you know what you're doing? Do you ever want them to have that level of inclination? No. Even in yourself. Hey, look, I think Miss Orange, you said you're brand new. So Miss Orange, the same thing with you. You come in, you run the system, you sat through class, you be like, I think I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna send out my first round. Guess what? You missed the E in your name. Well, guess what? We caught it. We said, Miss Orange, you're missing the E. That's going to get you turned down from the bureau. Well, all of a sudden, now we see that. We did what we needed to. We corrected that. We got to go generate another attack. But why did I tell you guys to get the $147 package? Because I see that more and more with a lot of people. And it's not because you're not paying attention. It's because it's better to have a second set of eyes looking at what you're doing and seeing something that's fresh that comes in fresh. I don't know what you did. I don't know how long you looked at the screen for to make sure that it was perfect. You may have said, oh, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Somebody else reads and boom, they spot the errors immediately. So that's the key. We're like a second set of eyes for you guys. And you just hit generate. And now that letter generates. Now, who wants to be a power user? Put a power user in the chat. Power user is somebody that wants to learn how to use the system to the highest ability. Okay, so you want to be a power user. Put that power user in the chat. I got you. I won't ask you. Trust me, I won't ask you any more things while you finish the clocking out. There we go. We got a bunch of power users. Let's go. Okay. So we got three power users. So now we want to be power users. We don't let the AI do the work for us. We do the work. So we click do it yourself. Now, when we click do it yourself, if you still want me to click for you, printing team, go over here. These are two other brands. I don't work with them. If you send them the data, you can't send it to me. There's no way of me getting your letters. So you'd be like, oh, my mistake, I sent it to the other guy. Okay, that's fine. But you're never going to be able to get it back this way, up the stream. So just letting you know, if by any which way, shape, and form do you look, always double check who you sent it to. So now I click generate. Now here's where the key happens. Ready? Check this out. The credit report is selected. The work to execute, you want the highest levels. Well, not everybody's going to, there you go. Ray already beat me to it. Not everybody's going to remember what the highest levels are. So I just put a cheat sheet in the chat for you guys. It's called most aggressive attack sheet. So most aggressive attacks in M2, MPEP, MPEC. Now, guys, if MPEP is the most aggressive attack, what do you think everybody's sending out? Take a guess. I want to see it in the chat. Somebody come off mute. I don't care who it is. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. I appreciate you. MPEP is the most aggressive attack. So everybody's sending out the most aggressive attack. So there's something I'm not going to do. I'm going to teach you guys today that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to make you guys like everybody else. The system's eventually going to pick up that MPEP is coming from this specific company and everybody's sending their shit out. Eventually, what's going to happen? They're going to start stalling it out. So we're going to go pick MPEC. How many people in the room? 17 people. So minus me and Ray and a note taker. So that's 1, 2, 3. There's 14 people in the room. There's 14 people in the room. So there's 14 people you're competing with letters. That's it. Everybody else will teach you MPEP. I'm going to teach you MPEC. Now, the rounds go based upon 30 days, not generation. Round 1 is your first 30 days. Round 2 is the first 60, the 60 days. 90, 120, 150, 180. Make sense? So when I'm doing this, if I mess up round 1 5 times, I'm still in round 1 5 times that I got to generate that letter 5 times. I've had somebody mess up round 1 5 times. I'm just letting everybody know this. I had somebody mess up round 1 7 times. They had to spend 7 GAs. Oh, Miss Lynch, I didn't even know that was you. Oh, go for it. Nope. Round 1. Very, very, very good question, Ms. Lynch. You start with round 1 because you missed the 30-day mark. You have to hit it every 30 days. Every 30 days, you have to hit it. You have to be consistent. And you already said that. You fell off for a little while. You had to get your stuff good. That's fine. But you have to hit it every 30 days. Bang, 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 bang. 30 days pops up. Come and hit it. Make sense? Perfect. Okay, so we're going to start with round 1. Now, I said to everybody in the room, I'm going to always tell you a cost-effective method, and I'm going to tell you a cheap, and I'll tell you the crazy method. So here's the cost-effective method. Financially challenged, however you want to call it for whoever you're dealing with. But this is for a person that's not going to go super aggressive. They're just going to go, not even aggressive. They're going to go just medium aggression. Okay? Everything in blue. This first box is going to be 6. Default. And then you can go generate those letters. You don't even got to read the credit report, because what this is going to do, it doesn't matter what it is. It's going to take everything and shove it in the six envelopes. 2 for Experian, 2 for Equifax, 2 for TransUnion. So this is Ray, take a screenshot of this for everybody. I'm gonna get my mouse out of the way. This is a cost-effective method. Now, do this if at any point in time you're running this system and you're going to yourself like, look, I'm running through a little bit of a hardship. I need to slow down. I want to do it. No, don't stop. Because you may be at a point where you're just scratching the surface of actually getting deletions, and that one round that you're about to skip is in the green and you in the blue. Just put it in blue and send it out via blue. It's going to cost you less money. But at the end of the day, if it costs you less money and you still get that round out, it's still going to put in work. And that's the key. We want to put in work. We don't want to lose the forward momentum as we're going through the system. Because guess what? If you stop for 30 days, you got to start back at round 1. So that means now you paying double round 1, double round 2, double round 3, just over a longer period of time. Just like Ms. Lynch. Ms. Lynch, I didn't want to use you, but you gave me the perfect example. You 60 days out, instead of going in a round 2, no, you're not going in round 2. You got to start the whole process over again, because you 60 days out. You ain't even 30 days out. You were way past it. So the whole system reset. So because the whole system reset, we got to get on to the next one. Okay? Right. Fantastic. All right. So now that's that way. Now, if we want to turn this up all the way, I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to check all in green. Now, why am I check all in green? The difference between blue and green is going to separate each individual negative category in a separate letter, while blue sends everything combined into one. Make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ms. Litch. I'm literally going off of you. So now the only difference I'm doing is I'm going to take green and move this from 6 to unlimited. Ali, why unlimited? Because if we fail, I'd rather it generate everything for us. If we click generate by accident, I'd rather it generate everything for us than hold the system back. Let the system generate, then we can nitpick what we want, because you've already generated the letters. I don't have to figure out what I can look at it. I see what's collections. I see what's charge-offs. I see what's late payments, whatever. Okay, I don't want to send out late payments. Give me the late payments. Let me take these out of the pile and send out the rest of them. Make sense? Okay? You can make your system however you want it. Now, let's go in over here. I'm going to click next. Now, Ray, let's drop a little more love on them. Coming in the chat. Perfect. So this is our cheat sheet. This is literally color coordinated to the software. The only ones that we don't know are the ones that are in these grays, and technically it's all the medical stuff because we haven't seen them. The student loans, we have all the student loans. We have all the other charge-off and collections. We have personal information. We have public records and inquiries. So if you do happen to get a medical charge-off or a medical derogatory late or a medical delinquency late, please send them to me so I can put them in the software. I can put it on the color on the sheet. So let me explain to you guys how you utilize this sheet with the system. Now, the system color coordinates everything by circle. Where are the circles? The circles are down here on this orange circle with the arrow pointing up. It's down here. Now, do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. If you were looking at these circles, which circle do you think is a positive account or positive accounts with an S? Thank you, Mr. Robinson. Yeah, man, Mr. Robinson, you did you stop driving or something, man? You came in big time. Let's go. All right, let's go. Good shit. All right, so the green. So Mr. Robinson, very think. You see a hot positive items up here. We're gonna click that, and now guess what? The green went bye-bye. We don't have to deal with the green no more, right? Perfect. So now everything here is considered a negative item. Watch this. I'm gonna split the screen in two. Give me a second, guys. Let me get all this other stuff out the way. I'm gonna split the screen in two. I'm gonna bring this up, and then I'm gonna bring up this. I'm gonna put this as editable. Okay, and now that's editable. I'm gonna click this over here, and I can now put this in. Red means do not attack. Green means attack separately. It literally matches the red, green, and blue box. We're just missing the blue circles over here. Now watch. I'm gonna go back to this circle, and I'm gonna hit the purple one, which is number 1. Now watch. If 1 is purple, without me teaching you anything, what do you think? What do you think is the negative item on the purple one? I'm gonna just see if anybody who's new can figure it out. If you can't, I promise you, I'm gonna teach you. Don't worry about it. Somebody gonna shoot in the wind. I'll give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3. Good guess. Good guess. Mr. Robinson, right on the money. That's 2 for 2, man. You coming out the wind, shooting blazing hot. Let's go, man. Okay, 2 for 2. Mr. Robinson, do you want to explain to anybody how you got that? Bingo. PI, personal information. But yeah, I got you. Perfect. Yes. Literally, the colors here match the abbreviations over here. They literally, every color that's here matches these colors that are here. So cut to your app. If this is brown, what is the negative item? I need you to answer me. What do you think the negative item is? And I'll explain. Sorry, I should have been looking at the screen. It's okay. It's okay. I just want to see. You got that? Get this one. What's number 2? What negative item is that? Bingo. Perfect. Good job. Perfect. Look, I didn't teach you guys anything. I want everybody to understand that. I didn't teach you guys diddly squat. I just gave you a cheat sheet. You see how powerful the cheat sheet is? Now watch. Let me actually teach you how to do it. So if I click on number 1 over here, my type of reported issue is the negative item inside of the software. It's personal identifier information. I'll come to the abbreviation over here. I'll look for personal information. Here's personal information. PI matches over here. Everything's perfect. I'm gonna put attack. And oops, let me change the color. I'm gonna put attack. And why? Because that's what it is. As simple as that. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with number 2. I'm gonna go to number 2. Type of reported issue is inquiries. Well, what's it here? All inquiries. Bingo. I'm gonna hit it again. Done. Now for this, we don't have a public record right now. So we're gonna click do not attack. All right. So watch this. If this is brown, everything that's brown is an inquiry. This ain't rocket science, guys. That means go to the next color. 25. Now, here's the tricky part. That's why we created the cheat sheet. When you go to type of reported issue over here, it says charge off. Hey, Ali, I don't see that on the sheet. I see student loan charge off. I see medical charge off. I see all other charge off. You would be 100% right. But what is the level of redundancy that I built in for you? It's the color red. So what is red? Red is all AOCC, all other charge off and collections. Now watch. How do we find that out in the software if I ever forget? Charge off information is not a student loan charge off, and it's not a medical collection or a non medical red collection. So it is a charge off information, which is AOCC. So you know that. You click that button. Boom. In this case, I'm going to put these out of here because it's not on the report. So now you have one on, one off, one on, off, off, on. Okay. Let's go to the next one. The next one is red as well. So we know that's the same thing. So now we go to 27. Now, this is the only one that is never going to match. Why? 27 is telling you this is the last negative item on the credit report. It is the last item. And because it's the last item, we actually have to learn how to read the report. And the way that you learn how to read the report is type of reported issues right here. All other delinquency lates 1-2. All other delinquency lates 1-2. I'm going to literally check that box. I'm going to come over here, check off, check off, check off. Ali, why did you check all those off? Because that was the last item. That's it. We read the credit report. We're done. We're done, guys. It's that easy. I swear it's that easy. Mr. Robinson figured it out without me saying anything. Cut to your app figured it out without me saying anything. So now watch. I'm going to show you how easy it is to set this system up. I just put that down. Now, I'll come over here. I'll check 27 again. First name, last name, social security card, first name, last name, POA. I did this. I built this in. That's perfect. I'll come over here to top. That's great. All the IDs are uploaded. I go to check client info. I double check my client info and make sure everything is perfect. Everything's perfect, guys. Everything looks good. I go to general settings. I reset the AI. I turn it off, turn it back on. I click Opulence 1. Now watch. I check everything in red. Why? Well, guess what? I know what to check. So now I'm just going to follow it. Personal information, I'm going to check in green. I'll go back. All inquiries, I'm going to check in green. What else? All other charge-off and connections. All other charge-off and collections. All other delinquency lates 1-2. Now watch. See this? Hold on, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. All right. I can't zoom in, but if you match these up together. Oh, hold on here a second. If you match these up together, guess what? Boom, boom, boom. They look exactly the same, which means our file is perfect. Let's go. Come over here. Everything looks good. Now, count the green box. Count the green check boxes. Tell me how many green check boxes we have. Somebody tell me. Perfect. Thank you, Miss Joanne. 4. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. 4 green check boxes. How many credit bureaus are there, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you, Miss Joanne. 4 times 3 is 12. The first box, I'm going to look for 12. I don't see 12. I'm going to hit it with a 15. Always round up. Default, default, default. In doing that, I said system turn on to the default settings. This please generate 15 letters at maximum 15 letters for all these negative items that are on the report. Click next. I click include all 3 bureaus. I hit generate letter. I'm done, guys. I literally just did it that easy. It takes you longer to set up the file than it does to generate the letter. And because of the cheat sheet, it goes even faster, guys. There you go. I just generated as completed. I'll click save. I'll open up that file. And there's the generation right there. 15 letters. You generated 15 letters. Here's your collection charge off just to show you guys. And there it is, all done. All completed. Now, y'all were a great bunch. I'm done. I'm done. So at the end of the day, y'all can ask whatever questions you want, and we'll go from there. Ray, can you go into the software and write that as write that one as paused? Questions all yours for everybody that's here. You guys got the discount for the printing company. You guys got the cheat sheets. You guys got everything that you need. Whatever questions you have, ask away. Now, this is your time. You can ask me whatever questions you want. Miss Lynch, I don't know if you talking to us, but you on mute. I don't think she's talking to us. I mean, guys, this is there you go, Mr. Robinson. Yes, I can hear you. I'm here every day, brother. I'm here every day. Hate him. Hate him. Okay. So Dispute Fox is a great CRM. The worst dispute hub possible. Great CRM. Okay. Um that's why people like them because they're a great CRM, but they're not getting the results that they should get, so that's why they're reverting to illegal tactics. Make sense? Am I hit? Did I just strike a chord? Okay. Bingo. And that's what's going to happen is that's going to happen with them because they're using tactics from 2009. I've seen the letters. The Metro 2 letters are absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Never seen them. So I've seen them, but I never used them. Now, Mr. Robinson, like I said in the beginning, I don't work for this company, but I print for this company. But there's something I want to tell you that I didn't say at the beginning of class. I've been using this gentleman's software, the real version of this, since it came out 8 years ago. I used to write these letters by hand. I have the original letters. I have them in the archives. I've shown them to all my employees, and my employees go, and then they go looking through the letters and they see the original letters inside with the where the format comes in. So it's I know this, I know it works, but it takes time. Because it's not illegal, it takes time because it's compliant. Here's the difference. This software to print, whether you're doing it yourself or doing it through me, is expensive. It prints a lot of damn letters because the whole point of the software is to beat it in all the compliance terminologies. Because what happens is it needs to take the groundwork. So think about a negative item. The negative item is actually rooted through the whole system. It's got to grow its roots so that when it comes back as verified, even if it's incorrectly verified, it's still verified. But if you start like a tree and start fucking cutting roots down, right? What happens? Eventually, you can go like this, and the tree will blow over. So that's what this software does. It just starts attacking on a longer period of time. Now, like I said, I don't hate Dispute Fox. I know what they're good. Like I said, I don't hate CRC. I don't hate Client Dispute Manager. I don't hate any of them. I don't hate Credit Admirals. I dealt with all these guys because I've been in the industry so long. This always was a dispute hub. This is an attack hub. It was never meant to be a CRM. Okay? Every time that they wanted to build the CRM, they crashed the system. It was hysterical. Okay? But what this does, it generates letters freaking amazing. And the guy that did this was a genius in the way that he generated the letters. Make sense? So when I look at this, and when you ask me that question, letters, amazing software. If you need a CRM, Dispute Fox definitely is going to be key. I don't know how many clients you have. I don't know where you're at. But there's a lot of things that go into that I would say build yourself up with that. And eventually along the lines, they'll get there. But lock in with me. Stay locked in with me. Print your first run out with me and we'll talk. Me and you will have basis, especially if you've got an existing business, because a lot of people don't know to use Dispute Fox. So if you know already to use Dispute Fox, I may have something sexy for you. No problem. I got you, man. That's why I say you guys just got, for the people who aren't starting a business, for the people that are starting a business, let's be real. Y'all just got somebody that opened up his mouth and just fed all of you. He just fed all of you. Because the truth and the fact of the matter is, if we're going into the system, again, I say this and I say this truthfully, I don't work for the software company. I work for you. I don't get paid unless you print with me. So I need to make you comfortable enough to print with me. So I need to answer the questions correctly, because you can go back and be like, oh, well, you know what? He did say that. He did say it was a 6 CRM, but he said the letters were garbage. I'm going to tell you that. That's why people are reverting to illegal tactics. Okay? I'm going to put this out here over here just so everybody can understand, because class is over. If anybody says CFPB and FTC to you, walk away from them. Walk away from them. Does everybody know what an FTC report is? Just take a guess. Shoot in the wind. Maybe Mr. Robinson, you know what an FTC report is? Bingo. Identity theft report. Perfect. There's two people for fraud. So let me ask you a question. Would you fill out an identity theft report for somebody that did not have identity theft? So let me ask you a question. Why the hell are they doing it for everybody now? I just had this conversation with a shit ton of people. You know why? It gets deletions in 4 days. It gets deletions in 5 days. It's not a deletion, guys. Okay? They did that back 15 years ago. We weren't doing that back 15 years ago. We had other methods. Other methods back in the day to work just as fast. Okay? But those people weren't giving the sauce out. Why? Because some shit is meant to be held to the chest. The person that gave the FTC report out, you know what he was saying? I remember when they came out with it, it didn't come out with it. When they found out the efficacy of it, how quick it was, right? I'm sitting in the office with one of the guys I was employed by, and comes to me, he goes, "Did you hear about the FTC report?" I said, "No, what's that?" He goes, "Okay." He goes, "The investigation by the federal government bases on fraud with the ability that the person put this account in a fraudulent tactic on top of the bureau. With this, gets the FTC to do the report request, which then goes out and has them review it and removes the account because it's a federal removal." Blah, 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 blah. He kept going on and talking to me. I said, all I told him, I looked at him, I said, if they don't have fraud, why the hell are we doing it? And he just sat down. He looked at me and this guy was my boss at the time. He goes, "For deletions." Ready? I said one word to him. I said one word and one word only to him. I said, bullshit. Because it's bullshit. We're doing it for money. So now guess what we do? Guess what we do? We went back and did a couple other different systems, and we looked at it. And if you do have fraud, guys, then you go get a police report. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Go to the police station, sit down with the cop. I'm gonna tell you guys this. Ready? The cop is not gonna know what the fuck you're doing. He is not going to know why you're there. He's going to be like, I never did this before. I'm like, that's great. I'll lead you through this. I've done this 3 times already, guys. So I go through and I explain to him, you're going to write me a report that says I showed up on said date, that says that my identity was compromised, that you have it on said date, that everything that showed up, that we have received a hack request or whatever, that this happened. Because now, if I have that filing there, we don't know, and we say this, we don't know what files have been affected currently, but as we do a further investigation, we'll go deeper into it. If that comes down 6 months down the line that a file has been investigated and finds out that that fraud was committed, something pops up on your account 6, 7, 8 months later, that police report will then protect you from that because you've already told the police department you came that, you file that police report, and you're good to rock and roll. Now you file it with the FTC and you're ready to go. That's the key. That's how you do it correctly. And it helps with everything else. You can take an FTC report, put it inside of the Metro 2 software, and you're literally gonna create a firebomb. You're literally gonna create a firebomb because now you have created a system, a proper method of dispute that when you send it out says, okay, just to let you know, not only are you reporting this incorrectly, but it's fraud. Tell me the guy at the bureau is not going to go. He's going to go like delete. He's just going to hit it off the button. He's going to hit delete. He's not going to hit it went in for investigation. He's going to hit delete because at that point, just get rid of it because now it's a headache. Does that make sense to everybody? Credit repair. Go for it, Miss Orange. Go for it, Miss. Yes, Miss Orange. Yes, yes, Miss Orange. I want you to understand something. Just because you don't have anything, you just understood that so quick it wasn't even funny. Yes. You know why? Why would they do that, Miss Orange? Forget about trying to make their credit. The person that's doing that, the Miss Orange, the person that's doing that is not doing it personally to their credit report. You know why? Because the person that's doing it for their own personal credit report is committing fraud. So who's actually committing the fraud? The company that you hired to do that. Oh, I love answering. I love answering this question. I love answering this question. There is only one right answer for this. For everybody that's been running credit repair, you're going to laugh, right? Miss Orange, there's only one real answer that anybody who is in this industry that understands this industry and legally follows the law, there's only one answer that they can give you: 7 years. If anybody answers anything less than 7 years, they're lying to you. Do you know why 7 years, Miss Orange? It's so let me show if my screen. Can you still see my screen? When does a negative item fall off your credit report naturally? Ready? See that answer? A negative, a late payment, collection, charge off, foreclosure, repossession automatically falls off in 7 years from the date of the first delinquency. 10 years for a bankruptcy. Hard inquiries drop off in 2 years. So, Miss Orange, went legally by law. That's the only answer that anybody can say. by law, by the FCRA and the CROA. That's the only answer that anybody can say. And if anybody tells you any other answer besides that, you know they're trying to take your money. Now, time frames. People will say, I can give a time frame, right? I've seen results from my clients in 3 to 6 months. Well, what happens if you don't get 3 to 6 months? That's false advertisement. I've seen results in 6 to 12 months. I've seen results in 12 to 24 months. Clients are all over the place. It depends on a lot of different things that go into the file. Now, why do people not like hearing that? Because, go for it. No, you tell me. Why don't you like it? Short attention, short attention span. Get me to where I need to go. It doesn't matter if it hurts me. Okay, ready? Ready for this? If you commit fraud, if you commit FTC fraud, every violation that you commit is $156,000. Every singular violation is $56,000. So, Miss Orange, let me ask you a question. Would you rather wait 12 months and have your credit cleaned in 12 months? Or, no, not do 12 months, Joanne. Or pay $200,000. Bingo. Once we start framing it correctly and we're ultra knowledgeable about our product and how we handle our product and how we handle ourselves, just ourselves. And that's why I bring this up. I did a search on what is Google, but for Brave, right? To show that to you. Why? Because that's legally the right answer. If you see it and you go over there and you see that, well, he don't know what he's talking about. He didn't have to tell me. I read it for myself. Legally, by law, you can actually see it right up there. Now, does that happen? No. We've seen people get deletions in 1 month. We've seen people get deletions in 18 months. But is that something you want to hear? Absolutely not. You want to hear, 3 to 6 months. You want to know who's winning? Everybody's going to tell you they can get you a deletion in 30 days. Everybody that can tell you they got a deletion in 30 days. Mr. Robinson, let me ask you a question. You in the credit repair business. How do you counteract somebody who's getting a deletion in 30 days? How do you deal with a client that says, why are you taking 7 months to get rid of my negative item? Bingo. Hi, princess. So when we're having a conversation, hi, baby girl. Hi, my little baby. Okay, come, daddy's here. When you guys are doing that and you're doing it the right way, don't hold on, daddy's working. Okay? Yes. What are you eating? Okay. When you guys are doing it the right way, right? Okay, go to mom. Yeah. It takes time. It takes time. And when you do it right, it's gonna take a little more time. But guess what? It's worth it. Can I open up everybody's eyes in here right now? Everybody's eyes in here. I'm gonna open up right now. How much money is being held back from right now you having bad credit? Do you know how much money you're being held back from? See, you can't answer it because you have the right answers. Yes, millions. You're being held back from millions. Why? Your house, your car. I don't know how much you guys are making. I don't know how much money you guys are making. But let me put it like this in perspective. I had the CEO of a Fortune 500 company come to me. I had to remove some late payments from him. The guy made $23 million a year. He was trying to buy a yacht for $7 million. He did not want to use his own money. He wanted to use the bank's money. Okay? Now, his credit score wasn't stellar. His credit score was a little little messed up. But what happened was is he wanted to use that money because he didn't want to be out $7 million. So comes to me. He goes, "How fast can you get this done?" I said, "I don't know. I'm gonna put my taxes into play and we'll see. We'll see what it is." I was like, right now with my system, the way that we're going, we have clients working between 3 months. We have clients working between 12 months. At the end of the day, we'll see where we're at. Okay. I'll do 6 months. After 6 months, we'll go from there. Luckily, everything fell off in the fourth month. Okay. What happened with this client is he borrowed $7 million from the bank to purchase his yacht. And that's what he was utilizing it for. So he could pay a monthly payment on his yacht and utilize that money for his yacht. The same thing that goes with that's $7 million. I don't know what I could have a Forbes 1000 list in here. I don't know who you guys are. So it's holding you guys back from millions upon millions of dollars when you guys have bad credit. Yes, Miss Lynch. Mm-hmm. 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 It is not legal to remove them in 24 hours. It is absolutely not legal to remove it in 24 hours. Because what are you doing? I'll read you it because my team and I are writing it. Okay? We're running the 24-hour bureau method. Okay? You're going to call Equifax and Experian. You're going to ask to speak to them. And you're going to tell them that the inquiry is fraud. Well, guess what, Miss Lynch? Let me ask you a question. When that inquiry was pulled, did you actually physically say okay and sign a document wherever it was to pull that inquiry? Did you sign? Did you sign the doc? Bingo. You signed. Checked and signed. And because you checked it, said, "Hey, FYI, Miss Lynch, don't worry. I got shopped too. I got shopped when I wasn't even looking. When I wasn't even looking to buy the car, they went and shopped me when I asked them for a price on the car. Yeah, no, no, no. You could run it through the software, but it's going to take a little time to remove it. That's the legal way of doing it. I'm not saying that the 24-hour method is not a good method. It's just not a legal method. Okay. But inquiries don't have, well, I'm not, well, that's not going to, it's not going to compromise your credentials. Morality. Let's talk about morality. Okay. Morality is what I go based upon. Doing things the right way from the beginning is the way that I want to do stuff. I, yes, integrity, but also integrity, morality, however you guys want to look at it. I like teaching you guys how to do it the right way from the jump because guess what happens? Okay, guess what happens? If I teach you how to do it the right way, it's the best thing. Honey, I gotta get rid of these tables. Yeah, that's it. That's too close for us. Um, I want you guys to understand that if I teach you how to do it right from the beginning, you guys are never going to have that. The software was made for that. When you can go in and attack all inquiries. Now, is it so at one point in time, ready for this, guys? At one point in time, and I can't find a stupid letter, this software had a specialty letter inside of it. And that specialty letter was able to remove inquiries in 15 days. All inquiries in 15 days. Didn't matter if attached to account or not. So when I say that, yeah, no shit. I need it too. I just can't find it. I'm about to call the other owner and be like, look, you had the sauce back in the day when I was young. I'm like, you had something that we were putting on. We got 15-day removals on inquiries. We're not getting any removals on inquiries right now. It's taking forever. Where's that 15-day removal? No FTC report, no nothing. Just a letter out. I removed 95 inquiries with one letter. Cost me $3. It's funny. I don't have all the accolades. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. I don't have them, but I know I do somewhere. Um, Let me see if I have results. Ray, I just got your message. Um, uh, go, go, Habibi, go. I'll see you in the morning. Go to the doctor, okay? Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna look up something. I'm gonna see if I can find one of those old letters that we had from back in the day. Yeah, voice on drive. Okay, first I find this. Y'all can ask questions if you want while I'm looking for this. I'm trying to find my results. Oh, this is from when I was back. This is when I had my credit repair company. You have that sexy sauce, sweetheart. You already have it. I just added more to it today. Oh yeah. You guys don't realize I'm always working. That's why my wife. That's why my wife comes and visits me down here because I'm always working. Okay. Yeah, I lied. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I don't believe this. You guys want to see the? You guys want to see the? You want to guys want to see the first ever progress report ever built for in a credit repair software? I own it. Okay. This is the first progress report ever built in a credit repair software, and it was actually created by me. I'm the father of the progress report. This is what it used to look like back in the day, and that's the owner of the software that we created it for. So we ran all this. I used to do this by hand in an Excel file. So this is how we used to run it. And you see, these are all inquiries, right? Deleted in one round, and these are in dispute. And then these are all deleted when I got all the negative items collections deleted off. This is how we ran all our stuff. And then I had a few. So just showing you guys like how we did everything. Like this is like my files. Like I'm telling you guys like this is from back in the day. Like when I tell you like certain things that I did, like I did a bunch of shit. I'm one of those guys that built out everything that I built it by hand. So I'm trying to find more. I'm just trying to see where it. Hold on, proof. Oh, here we go. Here's the proof. Ready? Look how many inquiries removed in one day. This is TransUnion. Six changes. All the look at all these. Balance decrease, and then all the inquiries removed on this, and then on this. These are just proof that I have that I'm looking. I have more somewhere, but I just got to keep finding them. It's just back in the day where I used to work, what I had, all the stuff that I had. Let's see. This is something that. Damn man, this is crazy. This is just freaking crazy. All the crap that I got. But yeah, That's when I teach you guys how to do it. Like there was a way of going about all this stuff back in the day, and that's just like when I talk to you guys about software, when I talk to you about how you're doing things, like I'm talking to you legitly. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you about something that's not right. I talk to you guys in the realist statement of this is the right way of going about things. This is the right way of doing it. And because this is the right way of doing things, I want you guys to see that. I have my original contracts in here, guys, like the original full-fledged contracts. So I think somebody asked me about contracts today. Oh, that was you, Miss Lynch. I have them. I have all this stuff. And this is all stuff that I wrote by hand 10, 15 years ago. No chat GPT. Me writing this shit by hand. Back in the day, we had Grammarly. Shit, man. It's bringing back memories, guys. I'm just saying, it's bringing back memories of all the shit that I did. But yes. All right. Yes, go for it. I had both. I had both. You pick your package based upon the client. You can't answer that with the thing. Guys, do you mind if I step away to the computer for two? Do you guys if mind if I step away to the computer for 2 seconds? I just want to run to the bathroom. Just give 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Apologize, everybody. I had to run up 2 floors. I don't even want to know what just happened. I don't even want to know what just happened. All I heard was spanking. I do apologize, guys. But all right, to answer that question, I did 3 different types of charging. You got to know the product that you have and what you can do. So there's 3 different ways you can charge. You can charge pay per deletion. You can charge a one-time fee or a flat rate fee, but technically you're not supposed to do that until after 6 months, and then you can charge a monthly preparation fee. So it's up to you on how you want to charge it, but realistically, the reason that I'm telling you what I tell you is with the information that I have and with the work that I've done, right? I see that people don't mind the monthly fee. They don't like it, but people want to be one and done. Okay. They want to just pay whatever they got to pay and just be merry. Me personally, I don't care. Um, I just want whatever's best for my client and whatever is going to keep my client happy. Because what happens is if you have irate clients and people who aren't happy, well, guess what? They're going to make your lives miserable. So work with them, not against them. Um, that's was always my thing and how I dealt with my own personal clients. Now, does that mean that I did it right? No. What you're taking on using an AI agent to dispute inaccurate information on your credit report. What do you mean AI agent? Give me, Ms. Brenda, break that down for me. Because literally the Metro 2 software is an AI agent. So what do you break it down even further? Like how is that working in that way? Perfect. Mm-hmm. Um, my thing with AI agents is it's gotta do something. So there's always got to be a level of what you call it. There's always got to be a level of human interaction with this because not everything can be done via the computer by itself. And I realized that working on some of my own things um, that show that you can't have everything be automated. And there's a reason why. Because if the information is not right or it's done incorrectly or the person realistically does not add everything correctly, you're going to have an issue. So for me talking to you, I like the idea of an AI agent, but you've got to get people that you can explain it to and simplify it. Um, that's where I be straight with you. Test it out on yourself first. If you did that, test it out on family and friends. If they don't want to help you, go into a congregation and test it out in a congregation and then see what happens. Realistically, AI agents are just do it yourself programs. That's what they are. You still have to have input. That's what a lot of them are creating is just input heavy programs, which they're just filling in the data. And that's I'm not again not talking down in any which way, shape, and form. I'm proud of you. Good job. Good job. Honestly, it's just that that's where we're at. That's where we're coming to in today's day and age. Is everything eventually is going to be an AI agent. of some sort. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I can't. You know why I'm gonna tell you no? Because then realistically, you be competing with me, and I'm gonna give you all my sauce because I can't hold myself back. So I would tell you, hey, this is bad. This is bad, but you're gonna ask me, well, why is it bad? And then that's where I just open up the floodgates. But realistically, what you want to do is test it out with your own people. Let them give you real feedback that don't know what they're doing. Me, I can fix it for you in 10 seconds because I've already did it with my own. I know what's broken in the industry and I know how to fix it. That's why I started to fix it. Make sense? No problem. No problem. Mr. Robinson, you got any more questions? Q, where you at? You've been quiet all night. Nothing. Where you been, bro? Go for it. Mm-hmm. 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 No, always round one. Oh, because two different programs, two different advocacies of writing, two different ways of talking, two different aggressions, two different things. So what happens is what happens if they and again, because I didn't use dispute fox, but what happens if we're using MPEP on whatchamacallit on Metro, and he's coming from Dispute Fox, and Dispute Fox is using a lesser version of tonality with his letters, and he's coming out with an aggressive round. Well, you don't hit him with round three of aggression, where it says we've sent out this and you haven't responded. They're gonna be like, well, you never sent this shit out. So you have to look at it and say, okay, we got to start from round one. And that goes for hours as well. If you're coming from four, you're going to start at one. That's a very good question. Goodwill, goodwill letters. Goodwill letters don't work anymore. They haven't worked since 2022. You know why? You know why they haven't worked? Because there were so many fucking late payments during COVID that a goodwill letter basically isn't going to do anything. Okay. So just to give you that idea, give you what's going on, a goodwill letter is just saying, "Hey, look, I'm sorry. It was a mess up. I was late." That's not going to get anything deleted. So what you need to do is you need to again. That's why Metro. When you ask me, when everybody asks me, does Metro 2 hold a place? It will always hold a place because you're attacking the reporting of the file. Make sense? You're attacking how the file looks. So if we go to the credit report, right, and we look at the credit report, and just give you guys this. Say the 2 year mark at the bottom of credit report, right, has everything okay, right? Or check mark or whatever to show that everything is good, right? But the 30-day late is one in February and two in March. Well, when's the late payment, guys? Everybody, when's the late payment? If you have the box at the bottom which shows the 2 years of payment history, and you got one late payment pop up in February, you got one bureau has it in February, and you got two in March, when's the late payment? Bingo. It's completely inaccurate because you can't verify when the late payment was. When's the actual late payment? Was it in March or was it in February? That's why it's going to be accurate and verifiable across all three bureaus. So that's an inaccuracy. And making sense to you guys why we talking the way that we talking, why we doing the things that the way we doing it. When we So when you're doing that, that's why Metro will always be valid in every which way that it goes. Oh well, let's use what you call it. Let's use consumer law to dispute that. Yeah, to remove the file. We don't need to use consumer law to remove a late payment. We don't need to do that to remove a late payment. Consumer law is good for what you call it. Um, what you call it. Consumer law is only good for one thing. One thing. It's good for moving collections and charge offs. It's saying, hey, dispute this item, but it's only good to remove collections and charge offs. And Miss Allen, you'll know, I have conversations with Dre all day long. Me and him go at it all day long. Give me whatever you got. Dump the knowledge on me on anything consumer law. But here's the thing. If there's an inaccuracy, ladies and gentlemen, the inaccuracy is more prevalent than anything else. I want everybody to understand that. The inaccuracy is more important than anything else because that's how files get removed. Now, the next major question that always comes up is, well, what happens if I have a 15-year-old account with a negative item? I don't want to remove that account. Let me ask every person in this question. If I have a 15-year-old account that has a negative item, okay? Give me a second. If I have a 15-year-old account that has a negative item in it, is it positive? If it's a 15-year-old account that's positive, or is it a 15-year-old account that's negative? It's negative. It's negative, guys. It's all negative. So if it's negative, why the hell do we want to keep it? Well, because it's age. But it's negative age. Everybody understand it now? It's negative age. It's negative. It's all negative. Everything about it is negative. So if it's all negative, well, if I remove it, my credit score is going to go down. Yes, it's going to go down. But your credit score is never going to go up where it's supposed to be because you have a negative account that's on your credit report. Let me ask everybody in here. I know Miss Orange, you're new. Miss Williams, I think you're new as well. Okay. Robinson, you've been here. You in the industry, so you get it. How many people actually understand how a credit score works? This may be my last one I'm going to do for tonight, and then we'll go. How many people actually understand how the credit score works? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the girl, you hitting it. You hitting it. You hitting it. How many people don't know and I'm watching? I'm gonna blow this shit up in front of your faces. Ready? Watch this. I think a lot of people don't know, but watch this. I'm gonna share my screen, but I'm gonna open up Paint. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. So what people don't understand is I'm sharing my screen. Everybody put a one in the chat if you can see my screen. I'm really dropping some gems tonight, right? Can everybody see my screen? That's the whole point. I just want to make sure you can see it. Perfect. Okay, blank or not. Ready? Watch this. All right. I can't see the screen behind me. I can only see the camera. The camera's right here, but I can't see the screen behind me. So people are going to have to come off mute and talk to me. What's the highest credit score that you can achieve? Perfect. 850 is the highest credit score. What's the lowest credit score you can have? 300. Perfect. 300. Okay. This number right here equals 550. This is where your credit score lives. You can either have a 300 score or an 850 score. But what does it take to get to an 850 score? 35%, 30%. That's 65. Then it's 15, 10, and 10, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 15, 10, and 10. Okay. And I'm going to pull this up for you guys. So now when we break this down, everything equals here. So you're going to go over here. You're going to times each of these boxes by this. Now I'm going to make this easy. So this is going to equal, just so everybody can see this, because I don't have a calculator over here. This is 55 points. This is 55 points. Anybody can hit me with the 15% of 550? It's like 86 something. It's 86.5, I think, or 89.5. You're all gonna make me grab my phone. Where's my cell phone? 82.5. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. 82.5. There we go. 82.5. So what's the next one? 168, right? And then 192.5, right? $165. And then 192.5, right? Let me see. Let me get my calculator. 550 times 0.35, 192.5. This is your breakdown. Okay. Payment history is this one. Put a different color. Utilization. This is credit mix. Oh, my handwriting is horrible, honey. I'm going to do something else. I got you. Credit mix. Hold on. Damn, I forgot the other two. Let me get the link up. I forgot the other two. Inquiries, new age credit files. The last two is inquiries and new age credit files. But under what one does it fall under? Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it in. Give me a second. I'm going to build it so you guys can actually see it. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? I'm just going to paste that right there. How's that look? Now, what that is when we break that down, when I talk to you guys and I start to show that to you guys, here's a FICO score breakdown. This is what the bank uses. Bank doesn't use Vantage. That should say a lot. So 10% new credit, that's your inquiries. Length of credit history, that's what I forgot. How old your accounts are, that's 15%. Credit mix is 10%. So this means mortgage, revolving, installment. If you have all three of those, you've got the perfect credit mix. Guess what? You get full points. Full points. So you get 55 points for just having all three accounts. Payment history is number one, and then amount owed is 165. So every time you see your score fluctuate, when your balances go up, well, there's a reason why. It's the biggest chunk of what your credit score is. It's one of the biggest chunks. So now, if I break this down to you, and somebody comes in and they tell me, hey, Ollie, I got a negative account. That's 15 years old, but it have payment history and a high balance on it. Guess what? I'm not getting the maximum of the 192. I'm not getting the one maximum of the 165, but all I'm hitting is the length of credit history, which is at 82 and a half points. Let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. If I lose 50 points from this one, if I lose 50 points from these two top ones over here, right? 192 and a half plus 165 totals 350. I literally just lost 50 points from that box. From this one of the 15%, what can I lose? 10 points? 8 points? Of total, I lost 58 points. I lost more of a number over here, which is causing me never to hit that 850. The highest I can go with that negative account is 800. Does that make sense to everybody in here? Does that make sense to all the newbies, all the people that just getting in here today and they're like, I don't know shit about credit? Does that make sense how you can quantify numbers? So if anybody ever comes to you and talks to you and tells you, Ali, tells you Orange, Miss Brenda, Mr. Robinson, Miss Allen, I want to keep a negative account. Start laughing in their face. Be like, are you hiring me or am I hiring you? Q, you know, I know this is striking a different chord with you tonight because I never broke this down this way before. Okay? Yeah, it's a little different when you see the numbers. It's a little different when you can put the numbers to the system. When you guys can put the numbers to the system, you know what you're actually losing. When you actually go buy it, you're like, oh, holy shit. To get an 850 credit score, you need 5 accounts, 5 revolving accounts with 12 years of age minimum, 5 revolving accounts with 12 years of age, 1 installment loan, and 1 mortgage loan. Everything 100% paid, all credit cards at 0. No inquiries. That's an 850 credit score. Everybody good? I screw everybody up? Did I screw everybody up? I apologize if I did. What? Sound the system, brother. That's not the first time I've done that, man. I just never. Well, you never seen an actual Friday mastermind that I used to run. Oh, girl, I used to do it all the time. All the time, I used to explain that to them. Oh, yeah. Do you know at one point I was writing the algorithm to figure out how the Bureau actually calculated it? And I was freaking close. I was freaking close. I had it. I had it. It worked on 4 files. I had it. But then it didn't work on 4 files after the 4 files that it worked on. They switched the system up. Once you know what the numbers equal, you can figure it out. You can figure it out. You can figure out what you're doing. So everybody that comes in tonight and is going to look at credit differently. When you look at your 680 credit score, you look at your 500 credit score, you're going to be like, damn, holy shit. Well, my negative items are not going to boost my credit score. Okay? So let's put this real in here right now for everybody that's in this room. Removing a negative item does not make your credit score go up. I'm putting that out for everybody. Removing a negative item removes a negative item. That is what credit repair is. Credit repair is not letting your credit score go up. It is the removal of negative items. Credit restoration is the rebuild of your credit number. Does anybody in here know what you need for credit restoration? Let me ask over here. Does anybody know what you need for funding? Yeah, you can't answer that. Miss Joanne can't answer that. Miss Allen can't answer that. Oh, 25 accounts. 25 accounts too much, girl. That you think it, you think it business credit. You're not thinking personal credit. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, everybody immediately because here's the thing, okay? Let me teach you a hack right now, Miss Lynch. Let me teach you a hack right now. Um that shit's for the birds. Everything you learned is for the birds. You know why? You know who that's for? Everybody that's got bad credit. No, thin profile is just a thin profile. What can you do to get? But what can you do to get out of a thin profile? Trade lines, trade lines. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, so you got to find the right people. There's some people yes, some people no. Some trade lines are good, some trade lines are bad. Yes, I do agree. I don't have the plug because I haven't found somebody who's reputable. Okay, there you go. That's and that I guarantee you that part of her report is through the roof. Now I'm working on finding a plug. Um, Here's the problem. I did have a girl that was a plug, right? She was supposed to be really, really good. I was about to bring her into my community, bring her in, let everybody see her, and all of a sudden she just shit the bed. She shit the bed. So at the end of the day, that was it just was it was demoralizing because the trade line game is like peptides and all that other stuff. It's so high risk, it's not even funny. You don't know who's real and who's not. So the key case in point on that one, Miss Lynch, I do agree with you. You have to build up, but that is you have to find. And again, you guys come from all different communities where I guarantee you they got somebody that they trust. They have somebody in those communities that they're working with that I don't have that. I don't because I don't trust people. I don't. I like to test them and go from there. But that is a major thing. You get that trade line, you put that trade line on your account, you're going to watch your score all day. You need three minimum credit cards, three minimum on top of your thin profile. So if you got two now, you need five in total. Five for funding. You need five for funding with over five. Each of them have to have a $5,000 limit. If you don't have three with $5,000 limit, don't even get started. Don't even get started. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Yep. Bingo. 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 Look good. So authorized users are free, guys. Don't ever pay for a fucking authorized user. Here's the hack. Here's the hack to your authorized user. I'm gonna tell everybody in here right now. Everybody in here has got an auntie, uncle, mama, grandma, papa that hates using credit cards, thinks credit cards are the devil. I know somebody's laughing right now. They're like, "Yep, I know exactly who that is." Right? You go to that person, say, "Make me an authorized user on that credit card." Once you say, "Make me an authorized user on that credit card," all of a sudden your life is gonna be different because that will shoot your age up. That will shoot everything. And guess what? Their credit cards are fucking ancient. Ancient. They're like 30 years old with perfect payment history. The only thing they bought on it was a stick of bubble gum. And that's how you utilize that person. I was my dad for me. I got a 30 here. I'll show it to you guys. Yeah, I ain't afraid of this shit. I always I flaunt this one because honestly, this was like the best decision of my life. It was when I first got into credit. I sat down with my pops and I was like, "How old is that Sears card you have?" And he's like, I don't know. It's old. Yeah, probably as old as you are. So I was like, okay. So I go in there and I look at him. I said, "What do you mean as old as I am?" He goes, "Probably as old as you are." So I pulled up that account, and lo and behold, 36 years old. It's a year younger than me. 36 years old, authorized user account, shot my 515 credit score all the way through the damn roof. Mm-hmm. Don't bring up another class. Talk about me. Don't bring up anybody else. Okay. Everybody that doesn't have everybody that has a thin file, you don't take anything for granted. Take as much as you possibly can. You still have a thin file. So even somebody trusting you an account, this got me my $10,000 Amex, which is somewhere over here. Where's my Amex? I think it's at 20,000 now. Here, this 21,000, this $22,500 Amex. This is the one that it got me right after. So I put this account on. I put this account on. I opened up two Credit One banks. Here's the two Credit One banks. And then with that, literally I put that account on within a year. What is this? A year and a half. I was able to open up that Amex. Yeah. This is 6 months. So within a year and a half, say a year and a half, I was able to open up where's that count? Year and four. I was able to open up this almost 5 years old. So within 8 months, I was able to open up a credit card with $22,000 limit on it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hate you right now. Yeah. Yeah. That's all these plays that they're all plays out there. But I tell everybody, like, look, I had a stupid card with $100 on it that's 17 years old. I had credit, but my credit wasn't built. I didn't understand shit about credit. And that's a lot of us, that's the key. So we think that credit is a tool, is a toy. We run up our balances, we go wherever we need to, and we don't actually focus on what needs to be done. And realistically, that's where we get ourselves into trouble. So that's where I talk when I'm talking to you, Miss Allen. Like when we going through stuff, like realistically, that you're 100% right. Normally, an authorized user won't do anything, but an authorized user can set the account over from a thing, especially with amount of age. It, oh, the amount of age that it could give you, it could set you off to where it needs to go. And that's truly the key. That age is what we want to talk about. That age is where we want to be. Make sense? Hmm. That's fine. If he still has access, that's fine. I'll sit down with him. I'll throw a trade line on and see what it does. I'll pay for it for everybody and see what that is to test it out. So that's the key. Okay. Um, and that's it, guys. I dropped a lot of knowledge on you. I dropped I dropped lot of knowledge on you guys tonight. How many people feel like they got their money's worth? You know, I turn around and say, you guys know I'm gonna run out of shit to talk about, right? Dre's got so guys gotta understand. I'm no longer in the industry the way that I used to be. I'm no longer in the industry the way that I used to be, and because I'm no longer in the industry the way that I used to be, it Dre's knee deep in it, so he's always gonna have new shit. I'm gonna run out of shit. Now, Dre's life. Dre finally got so when that's how Dre and I got linked up. So when Dre and I were when I was printing full fledged, like when we were going crazy, I receipts, man. There's receipts. Dre at 1 month he sent me like $20,000 in printing, 20K in printing. So I was like, see, here's the thing. Dre was sending them like wildfire, and he get the invoice and pay it immediately. So I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Because my team, Ray's not even here. So Ray is here. Shit, I thought Ray, you're back. Why did you come back? I thought you said you were going. Did you go to the doctor? What they say? Good. I knew it. I told you. Thank you for listening to me. He's Miss Joanne. He's not. He turned around and today I look in his face. I'll get to the moment back at Dre, but I look in his face and like you know how energetic Ray is when he answers it. He's like all uppity and giddity, and my guy's like this. I'm sitting. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm like Ray. What's wrong? Nothing, Habibi. Everything's okay. Nothing, Habibi. Nothing. 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 I'm like bullshit. Fucking shit, bro. I know you too damn well. I know your demeanor, and I was like, you need to go to the doctor. You need to like. I'll give you the time. Go home. Do whatever you want, but go to the doctor. Like, thank God he went to the doctor. That's all that matters. I can even hear in his voice. Fucking yeah. I need him more than all y'all. Sorry. Okay. That's my Ray Ray. Oh yeah, that's my Ray Ray. So Dre comes in one day. I look at his count, and Dre's got something like 90 people with us. I see Ruffin Consultant down the list. I was like, what the fuck? Who's this Ruffin Consultant guy? So I pick up the phone. I call DeAndre, and we just hit it off. We just started talking. We started BSing. I started giving him things, and then what I asked Dre to do, and I always ask everybody. I said, Dre, do me a favor. If you like my services so much, please do me a favor. Go in the Facebook group and leave me a review. Just turn around and say say what I do special than everybody else. And what happened was Dre left a long message, and I had like 70 orders the next day from one thing because of that. So from that point on, Dre and I just hit it off. Anytime that he used to post in that group, man, my shit used to go nuts. Um, and that's when the software was really crazy, guys. We used to have like 70, 80 people in these classes. It was just we were just going crazy at that point. And um realistically, that's when we took off. And and I started focusing more on The software side of my stuff, big dog, great wealthy Wednesday. Oh, I didn't see that. What you call it? Then the software, we built the software of, and that's what I've been focusing on more than anything. Um, and that's the key, making sure that people are getting funded, making sure they're understanding, and then doing this, because this is the key. What I this is what I focus on doing. This is my thing. This is what I love to make sure that I'm doing for everybody, is building this class up and going to where we need to be. Like, actually, you know what? We done with this class. Let's put this on Friday training. Um, let's get that move over. So, um, and that's the key. Like, I try to make sure I give you guys the best that I possibly can, but I am gonna run out of shit to talk about unless it's our software. Our software, like I said, there's so much shit that I did in the software. Like, I'm just building everything every single day. Ray and I finished two pieces today that you guys won't even notice until you start clicking on it. It's going to be absolute nuts. Hamed's finishing up back end systems and optimizations. I was on the phone with Identity IQ, um, and Smart Credit today. Like, so much shit, so much shit. Just a good, just a good thing when we sit down. I actually talked to Matt Rosner today, and he said he's working on it. He's there. So they had a little bit of personnel change at the top. So he's got like seven tasks that I have for him that he keeps pumping up. We're trying to get that pull down from like 45 seconds down to like 11. So if we can do that, that'll be a whole different game. But I just realized something. Hamed's doing something inside of the software. I'm about to create something so crazy right now. It's about to mess a lot of people up. It's about to mess a lot of people up. Ah, look, it's not about rocking and rolling some heads. What's the true thing of what we need to do? What's the true thing we need to do? We need to make sure that everybody gets the money that they need so they can go out and get to the position in their life that they want. Rocking and rolling some heads is just a bipartisan part of what comes in from me kicking ass and taking names, Miss Allen. So that's all that it is. When you guys are getting your money, you guys are doing what needs to be done. That's the reason that look, Miss Allen, Joanne, Mr. Farley, Miss Sims, Shawanda. I know Miss Ebony and Miss Orange, you guys are brand new, but I guarantee you guys are gonna figure out how to come to Tuesday and Wednesday classes now all the time because it's the one that gives you the most data. Q, you hear every time that I have an ability to turn on a damn thing, no matter what you doing, you popping in the room. Miss Lynch, I know you came back. I have people just keep coming back and back and back and back because they're like, I don't know what it is, but you just keep giving everything that you possibly can. FYI, guys, I'm a back end person. I don't want to be front facing, but I will be front facing if I have to. Me giving you guys, I would write me the 2 hours that I just gave you guys, 2.5 hours that I just gave you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could have been working on something on the back end, but I want to put that in. I want to make sure you guys are printing with us so that I can fuel the rest of the work that I need to do because realistically, I don't want to go back to working at Chase. I do not want to go back to working at Chase. I hate working at Chase. Like, I hate it. I hate corporate America. So I want to do this until this shit blows up, and then when this shit blows up, I'm hanging up my hat from working in corporate America. Corporate America sucks. We got too much talent to be working in corporate America, guys. I know there's a lot of quiet people. There's a lot of quiet people. Um, Everybody good? Everybody, and I answer everybody's questions because I'm done. I'm fried. My wife is texting me. She's like, "When you coming upstairs? When you when Tuesday and Wednesday, guys? Last night we had the greatest Tuesday session ever. Nobody was new Tuesday night last night, so I didn't have to go over the software, and it was Q&A for an hour and 45 minutes, just straight go for it. Guess what? Damn, I didn't even have to fucking say it. I am thoroughly see. Hey Ray, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? When you take care of the community will take care of you. I didn't even have to open up my damn mouth. They beat me to it. Just tell Ray when you have an availability to speak. Tell him I got now an hour, 2 hours. Tell him whatever it is. He'll shoot you a text. You just answer your text and we go from there. Okay? We'll make sure. Oh, we get everybody straight. I'll see everybody next Tuesday. I'm gonna expect people to come back. Who hasn't signed the attendance form? Hold on. I think you did, Miss. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find the attendance form. Hold on. I want to get that attendance form out. Okay, good. Here we go. Do the attendance form. Here, I think Ray dropped it. Uh, yeah, I got it. I got it. I found it. I think I did. I just yes, yes, yes. You know why? Because I send it to Dion. Yeah, so I send that to Dion. I let Dion know because Dion asked me about who's in class, and I tell him like it's all people that have been here before. So only Miss Orange and Mr. Robinson were realistically new today. So we're trying to gauge like what's going on and how we can get more people engaged in the software. So him and I have been trying to work at it. So that's why we're trying to get all the people in the attendance form. So if you guys haven't signed the attendance form, please sign the attendance form, and then I'll close out once you guys do that. Just tell me you've did it so I can close out and just end my night up. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I'll deal with it when I go upstairs. There you go. This is crazy. My wife just posted a picture of her and the baby upstairs. Right? I go, I'm downstairs working, y'all upstairs having a photo shoot. All right, guys. I did perfect. Miss Brenda, keep me abreast of what's going on. I'll look at it. I'll give you a week or two. If nobody looks at it in a week or two, come to me. I'll take a look at it. I'll look at it for you. I'll look at it and see what it is. It's not because I don't want to. It's just I have my own built. And I'm gonna come in and I'll say, Miss Brenda, you missing a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat. I want to make sure that you do that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Mm-hmm. Always try to get the always try to get the newest bank statement. That's why we give that bank statement from SoFi or Chime because you just put $10 and get the newest bank statement. Everybody should be doing that. Q, you running the business, right? Create a new email address with every single client. Have them change over their Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion to that new email address so that all the email correspondence come to that email address. Gotcha. I didn't know if you were in or not. Come on, guys. Dude. Like the gems that I got are old, but they still work. Like the old tactic that always, you just get their phone number. You get their phone number. Be like, look, I'm gonna send you an A2P. It's gonna be a two step verification. I need it to go under your phone number. Here's the and create it. First name. You could do first initial, last name, and do like a number right at the end, right? And why do you do that? So you know whose thing it is. Make the password something that you're gonna know, and then go from there. Just write that down. Make it. I'm gonna build a piece into the software for it, so you guys know what the email address that you're creating. I know this Pronto Mail one. Everybody's been using this one. I think I'm gonna get on this one real soon. This Pronto Mail. Oh, it's not here. Is it Opera? Where'd it go? Maybe it was Opera. Maybe it's this one. I thought it was over here. There was one that came on for Pronto Mail that I was looking at. That's another new one that I'm gonna be pushing either Pronto Mail or um, Gmail. Doesn't make a difference which one, but you want it. There's a whole nother game that shit that I could teach you guys. All right, let me get off of here because I'm gonna spend another hour with you guys, and you guys are, I'm gonna get murdered by my wife. Fuck, I have to push code by Friday. Yeah, we have to show up by Friday regardless. Shit. Um, don't say anything to anybody, but yes, I'll be there Friday. Yeah, I'll be running class on Friday. My wife is my wife is gonna kill me. Friday 3 o'clock. I told her I was gonna do something with her on Friday. Oops. What happened? That's why I said don't say anything to anybody, just in case the code can't get pushed. Um, what happens is like the last time the code errored out. So realistically, I couldn't do anything. So I want to make sure that the code will get pushed. Um, and we're releasing something small but big, small but big. That don't make no fucking sense. That don't make no sense. Miss Orange, you did a really good job tonight on understanding that factor over there of what was the negative items with that. Stay up, girl. I know you're new. Just study up on what it is and what you're learning about with the credit repair industry. There's a lot of redundancies, like Miss Brenda said. But if you're about getting your credit fixed, it's just going to take some time. And as long as you understand it's going to take some time, you should be good. That's it. You should be good. No problem. I'll see you next Tuesday or Wednesday. All right. Good night, everybody. No problem, Miss Joanne. All right. All right. Ray, I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. All right. Bye.